Jasperations Live. And now, Miss J Spike.
Don't you wanna talk about it? Let's talk about it. Don't you wanna talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Well, hello everyone, and happy Friday, happy New Year, and happy Fill Up Friday live. I hope that you all had an absolute amazing week. The first week of the year. God has been good to us. He's given us an opportunity to see 2025. And I don't know about you, but I am absolutely so excited. This is our first Fill Up Friday live for 2025. So last year I had so many things going on at the end of the year. I didn't do a lot in December or a lot in November, but January 2025, I am so excited to be here, and I'm excited that you all are here with me. So if you are new to Jasperations Live, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If you are a Fill Up Friday faithful, welcome back. Thank you so much. I want to start the night by just telling you all what Jasperations Live is and what Fill Up Friday Live is, especially if you are new here. So, Jasperations Live. Happy Friday, Latoya. Hey, Paula. Thank you. So, Jasperations Live is it's a motivational movement, right? It started off as just I would say just a podcast where we would come on and kind of talk, and we would do a lot of things about motivation and things like that. However, as we have been moving through, God has been giving me new ideas and giving me new opportunity. Hello, Lucy. Giving me new opportunity and new insight. It really has become a motivational movement. I'm sorry, y'all. Mark, can you turn that down, please? It's become some feedback in the house. So it's become a motivational. Hey, Crystal, happy New Year. It's become a motivational movement. That's what I'm calling it. And it's a place where we come and we have real talk, and we talk with real people about real things. What God gave me a few years ago is that to remind the people, encourage the people that we do not have to do life alone, right? That we've all gone through some things, and because we've gone through it, it means that we have gone through it, that we're not in it, right? That we made it through, and that we know that people are going to go through things and experience things, and we want to be able to encourage people and motivate them and be transparent and support them so as they move through their situations as well. So we have events, which I hope that we'll have one soon, but we have events in person as well as here on Facebook. So you may be asking, what is Fill Up Friday Live? So we know that life happens. Hey, Don, happy New Year. We know that life happens, right? We know that we have jobs, we have families, we have so many things going on. And the work week or the week in general can sometimes be really hard, right? It can be hard, it can be overwhelming, just depend on what you have going on. So Fill Up Friday is a time where we come together. We come together to talk. We come together to pour into each other and be poured into. So although I'm the motivational speaker, I'm the person that's talking, I also need to be poured in as well. So I appreciate the Fill Up Friday faithfuls who are the people who come on every Friday. So the goal is that if you come on the show and you are not full, that by the time you leave the show, based on all the things that you hear and all the things that you read, that you will be full at the end of the show, right? And if you come on full, then the goal is that you will say something or do something to be able to pour into someone else. So honestly, I was so tired today. I went back to work today and I was like really exhausted when I came home. And I was like, I know I need to do Fill Up Friday, but I don't feel like doing Fill Up Friday. So y'all may have to fill me up a little bit. But also, as I was thinking about not doing it, I was reminded of how good God has been to me, how good he has been to my family, how good he has been to my community, how good he's been to my friends and to my circle. So I thought that it would not be right not to come on tonight to share with you all. So then I started thinking about, well, what are we going to talk about tonight? How am I going to fill up the people and then get the feedback to be filled up and poured into as well? And I began to think about what God has given me for myself and for Jspirations this year. So I have a few board members on, and I haven't shared this with them yet, but hey, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about it tonight. So this year, at the end of the year, I always take some time to reflect, not just on Jspirations Live, but on myself. Everything I was reminded of, everything that I learned, right? Everything that I remembered, and things that I have just was given the opportunity to reflect on. And after doing all of that reflection, what came into my mind and what came into my heart was the phrase, turn on the lights. And I started thinking, well, what does that mean? Turn on the lights. What does that mean? Well, that is going to be our theme for the year, right? It's going to be my personal theme. And it's only right that I share it with my followers, that I share it with my Fill Up Friday faithfuls, that I share it with everyone that is following and has been supporting Jspirations Live since 2018. So our theme is, and if someone could drop that in the comments, turn on the lights. Right. So you will hear people say, or I'll just throw out the question. So when do we turn the lights on? If we think about driving, if we think about walking into our homes, if we think about being the first person to walk into our offices in the morning, wherever we are, what are we looking for, right? We're looking for some light, right? So if we know we're going to get home late in the evening and we have the ability, then we'll turn the porch light on so that we don't walk into the dark, that we can see where we're going and what's in front of us. So turn on the lights. It means exactly that. We have somewhere to go. We have some place to enter. We have things to do. And we're no longer going to walk in the dark. We're no longer just going to play it by chance. We're no longer just going to, take the chance and maybe. No, we're going to turn on the light so that we can see clearly. Right? It's 2025. So many people didn't make it. We're obviously here because God has something for us to do, right? And not only does he want us to walk in the light, which is him, but he also wants us to be the light. So I encourage you this year to turn on the light, just like you would do for anything else. Turn the lights on, right? We don't want, even when we're living in our homes and we're familiar, we still turn the lights on so that we can see where we're going, so we can find what we're looking for. It says when it's raining, that's when the light should be on when you're driving your car, right? The light should be on and the windshield wipers should be on, meaning that things are working together to make sure that we get to our destination safely and to make sure that we get there. So turn on the lights, right? And I'm feeling right now that even though I know that's for me, I also feel like it's for somebody else. Somebody else has not been seeing clear, right? A couple years ago, I said something like, you don't have vision, and I have to go back and see exactly how I said it, but you can't have vision, you can't see where you're going wearing somebody else's glasses, right? My prescription is not for you. Your prescription is not from me. So I may put on your glasses because maybe I left mine, but my vision is not clear. And so this year in 2025, we are walking with clear vision. We are moving with clear vision. So I encourage you to sit down, talk to God, pray, meditate, get your paper and your pen out. Right? Don't write in the dark. Don't just start jotting down things, but really sit down in the light, right? And write things down clearly. Ask God to give you clarification. Ask God to show you and tell you where you need to be going and what you need to do to get there. Open up your hearts, open up your mind, and open up your eyes so that you can see clearly. 2025, we are not walking in the dark. We are not allowing people that does not have vision to lead us, right? We are going to be walking and moving where and when God wants us to, right? He is the light. He informs us to be the light of the world. Some of us walk into dark places every day when we go to work, right? Some of us may live in dark neighborhoods. Some of us may have some dark things going on with our family. We are to be the light, right? And the only way that people are going to be able to see us is if we turn the light on, right? We are light and darkness cannot outshine light. Once that light bulb opens up or cuts on, everything is exposed, right? What happens in the dark must come to the light. It's going to come to the light. And so again, I employ you to turn your lights on. And as I've said before, turn those lights on and shine, baby, shine. I love you guys so, so much. I'm so thankful that you came on tonight. I hope that something that I said blessed you. I hope that something that I said motivated you. I hope that something that I said encouraged you. And I hope that you will turn your lights on, and I hope that you will continue to shine. Rihanna said it. She didn't say it best, but Rihanna said, see, and now I lost it because I probably wasn't supposed to say it. But I just want to encourage you to shine. And that's right, Miss Deborah. Flip the switch. We have so many of us, including myself, sometimes we have just been walking in the dark. We've been letting people lead us and tell us where to go and what to do and how to do it. And not saying that we don't need support, and we don't need encouragement, but God has given us two eyes, right? And so he gave us two eyes, he gave us two ears so that we can see clearly and we can hear clearly. And he only gave us one mouth. And sometimes I'm like, why we only get one mouth? Because I got a whole lot to say, right? But he only gave us one mouth, but he gave us two ears and he gave us two eyes so that we can see clearly, so that we can hear clearly, and then we can use our mouths to be able to speak clearly. And so that's what I'm encouraging you to do tonight. 2025, again, I'm encouraging you to practice self-care. Encouraging you to do some great things for yourself, not just things. I taught a class today on wellness, and I reminded everyone that, and there's nothing wrong with these things, but I reminded everyone that things like getting your hair done, going to movies, getting massages, getting your nails done, all those things are great things, and it's part of self-care. But the real self-care are things that you can do on a daily basis to pour into yourself, right? Things like affirming yourself, things like, taking a warm bath, lighting some candles, make sure you blow them out before you go to bed. Affirming yourself, talking to yourself, making sure that you have healthy relationships. Those are things that self-care that you can do every single day. Hey, Auntie. And so I encourage you to do as much as you can, of course, of all those things that are, those things that, keep us looking pretty, keep our skins looking pretty, all those things. But I implore you to do the real self-care every single day where you're able to pour back into yourself. So I love you guys. If you're getting snow this weekend, I hope you have everything that you need and stay safe and stay warm. If you're not getting snow, just keep on wishing for it. It will come. So again, I love you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Be sure to share this live. You guys are mighty quiet tonight, but be sure to share this live. And as always, be J Inspired.